Hi, Mackenzie. This is Miss Morphew. I usually do all of this grading and so forth, but you had such powerful and specific delivery things that I thought I would edit this work for you and give you a few tricks. Right now, I see some extra spacing here, so I'm going to suggest something. If you go, and then of course that's just single space there. If you go to the up and down arrow, and skip over this double space thing to go to the line spacing options page, you can fix a few things. Let's make this whole thing double spaced from here, but to make sure there's no extra gaps between the paragraphs or the works cited, I do two things. I say before and after, I'm going to put a 0, and I'm going to click this box. Don't add space between paragraphs of the same style. So when I get that spacing done right, I can just click OK. And that fixed a lot of things. See, there's no like 0.8 extra gap. Sometimes Microsoft leaves that setting. And this is not as far apart. There was an extra gap in there. So there we go. That should be correct. And then when you get to your works cited, it needs to start at the top of its own page. So I'm going to click right before the W, and I'm going to click Insert Page Break. Because sometimes that's kind of screwy, I always check by clicking at the very top of the document that yes, that's the very top of its own page. Finally, one thing that's realized when you double space all this stuff is that you've gone into the second page, and I'm not sure if you've got the page number in the header or not. So I'm going to double click on where you put your last name and your page number, and that looks like it's actually on the document rather than in the header. So let's double click at the top of the document. Ah, look, there's the header. And that's where you'll insert a page number. Let's see, where's page number? Right here. And you can actually format it here too. You want to have it at page 1. Okay. And then I want to make sure that it is, let's make sure the header is going to be this one, because I need to have your last name, delete those guys, the last name in Times New Roman 12. So I got to go to the home. Instead of Aptos, that body that this did, I'm going to do Times New Roman 12, because that's what the paper's in, right? Size 12. And I'm going to do May. And then that doesn't look like Times New Roman 12. Yeah, so you always have to check these babies. And then I'm going to insert a page number. So insert, where's my page number? And I want it on the right. And in the format, no, that one's fine. I'm just saying, okay, and then I'm going to make sure. Now, see, that's that Aptos thing again. So I'm going to go back to home and do Times New Roman 12. I'm sure there's simpler ways to set up there. Now, see how that 1 looks like what you did there? There may be a little extra space there, but I don't think any teachers are going to get mad at you for that. You can decide how picky they get. I'm going to get rid of the one you had on the paper and know now that it has to be in the heading. Sadly, because I took that single space and made it double, you have exceeded a full page. But that can be taken care of with just editing. If you read your sentences and decide, okay, I can take off this word, I can take off this phrase, this duplicates what I'm saying, you can get these 1, 2, 3 lines down into a one-page paper because that's what this one is. I hope that helps and it wasn't too confusing.